All right, after Teleferro, Mr. Teleferro TV, let's switch it up a little bit. Let's talk NBA, man. So much, guys. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to keep up with everything that's going on right now. Sheesh Louise. All right, NBA rumors. All right, this is one of the ones that I really want to dive into for a couple minutes. Right, it won't be long. Jimmy Butler possibly going to the Boston Celtics. All right, here's why it makes sense for the Celtics. It's pretty obvious, right? You add an all-star talent. Jimmy Butler, I believe, is a top 10, top 15 guy in the league. Two-way player, really good defender, becoming a really great scorer as well. A really clutch player as well. You pair him alongside with Isaiah Thomas, who's another clutch guy. You're talking about a lethal team in the fourth quarter. And I believe this team can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers at full strength if they get Jimmy Butler. Let me tell y'all something. The Boston Celtics are coming. Brad Stevens is coach, along with the addition of Al Horford. Even if they don't get Jimmy Butler, I like what Crowder does. I like what Marcus Smart is becoming. He's becoming a good player, guys. Look at Marcus Smart out of Oklahoma State. It took him some time. He's starting to figure it out, y'all. I like how Marcus Smart is progressing. Other guys on the team as well. But here's the thing for the Chicago Bulls. Why do the trade? Well, people, if you don't know this, Boston right now might be the most coveted team to do a trade with. Why? What are you talking about, Teleferro? They're really good. They don't have good draft picks. Yes, they do. Do you remember that old Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce to Brooklyn trade? Well, Boston had to get something in return. So you see, for the next couple years, they own all of Brooklyn's picks. So Brooklyn is fucked, by the way. So Boston owns all of Brooklyn picks. So if Chicago wants to move on and start this rebuilding process, by the way, Dwayne Wade is out of Chicago at the end of the season. I'm almost sure of it, especially if Jimmy Butler leaves. I'm pretty sure Dwayne Wade's going to be looking to pair up with LeBron James, or going to be looking to pair up with Chris Paul or any of his, or Melo, or one of his close friends somewhere. He doesn't like, I'm going to be honest with you, Dwayne Wade, he took for granted what he had in Miami a little bit. I think both sides did. He got in Chicago and was like, man, this is not what I knew. These guys don't want to play. Coach Fred Hoiberg doesn't have the respect of the team. Rondo's a mess. Butler's situation is in the limbo. Wade is out of there. All right, so from Chicago's standpoint, it's a way to rebuild. They definitely might be in a rebuilding stage. Got to get some stars to go there. And if you want to start over, what better way than to get a top 3 pick and try to go after Lonzo Ball or one of these other 6-7 guys that will be atop the draft? And it's a project. It's a project with anybody you get. I think they have a lot of young talent. What's that kid out of Michigan State, Valentine? I think he's young. I think Bobby Portis is young and good as well. I think they got a couple shooters. Miritic, I think they got some shooting. McDermott, one of these guys got to get better than the other and excel. I still like Taj Gibson. He gives it his all every time out. And I think this team could rebuild. If that's where they're going, if they realize they can't compete for rings right now, what are you doing? Like I've said this about Memphis for years. They got Chandler Parsons in the offseason, but it was like, damn, Memphis, you're like middle of the pack. You're too good to get a good draft pick at this point, but Memphis, you're not good enough to make it to the finals. And I kind of feel the same way about like a Chicago. And they might be a little bit worse. They're not even a playoff team, but they're still too good to get a top 5, top 7 pick. So you're kind of in a limbo. Chicago, this is a way for you to rebuild. There's reason to. Now, would I give away Jimmy Butler? Hell no. But I'm just making sense. If you are going to get rid of Jimmy Butler and you need to make a trade, you feel like you need to make a trade, Boston is definitely the place you need to make the trade. So that's why it will make sense on both sides. Do I expect this trade to happen when it's all said and done? No. But there is talk between both sides, and they're thinking about making this deal a real thing. And the trade deadline is in a couple days, Thursday at I believe like 3:30, 4:30, so we will see. If you're looking to book me for an interview video or by phone, if you're looking to have your music or your skill featured on my daily podcast, if you're looking to book me for a speaking engagement to help motivate some kids, if you're looking to have me rock some of your clothing to help promote your brand, make sure you hit me up at booking@mrteleferro.com. Again, that's booking@mrteleferro.com.